Hey guys, I just thought I'd make a video. I was gonna go live with this video, but I really wanted this story is gonna make you show you how horrible people really are. This is an incident that to me that happened at the bar and club this weekend, both nights. So I'm gonna show you how pathetic it is, and I don't get it, you know, why people treat me like garbage, but that's okay. You're gonna be amazed at this. And that's why I didn't want to go live, because I need to get the whole story out. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna move this fan back a little bit. I had to cut my fan on. It is so hot in here. I don't know if I'm gonna hope it'll stay cool enough that you can hear me, because like I said, it's just so hot. I wouldn't have cut the fan on, but it's brutally hot in here. But here you go. This story is it's gonna make you really angry. And like I said, if you don't hear me real good, adjust the volume for the you know, if you have any way to do that with your PC or laptop, you can hear it better. But nobody's here at the house, so I can talk loud and say what I need to say. I'll scoot the see if I can scoot this laptop. Nah, I'm not going to be able to. I was trying to scoot it forward so you can hear me better, but here we go. Oh, by the way, I found a hat with a camera on it, a hidden camera, on eBay. I've never ordered off eBay, but I'm not going to probably be able to do it this month. A lot of money problems right now in the house, no income hardly. My mom's just, you know, all over me right now, and you know, she would never help me get it. It's about 65 bucks, but eBay is the only place I can get it. It's not on Amazon. They don't seem to have them anymore, and I'm gonna try to see if I can order and buy one. I may start a GoFundMe if anybody would put money into it. I hate asking that. I hate doing that. But I would love to get that hat to just show you, and this story will be a perfect example, to show you some of the good that I have at the club and the bar, and the bad, which I'm going to talk about at the club and the bar. But, alright, here we go. Now, before I get into what happened to me, I need to tell you why I do what I do at the club and the bar. When I go in there, it's very hard for me to sit down for long periods of time. It bothers me. My symptoms can get really bad. So it's really hard for me to sit for long periods of time. But now I have gotten to the point most of the time that I can stand for long periods of time. And I try to stand because I don't stand much during the day because it affects my symptoms in this house. Don't ask me why. Different things, different homes, different areas seem to affect your nervous system. Even outside certain areas affect my nervous system. I have no idea. You know, we can't get no answers. I never ask doctors. They have no idea. So I just, you know, have to deal with it. This sets up what's about to happen. Alright. And you know, I go to the bar and the club Friday and Saturday because that's the only thing I really get to do. That's it. All throughout the week, I drive around during the day. I go sit in a parked car, usually outside of a store or something like that. I get me a drink because it's hot right now. I have to drink something. And that's it, because like I said, I cannot go into a lot of places. It affects my symptoms really bad. But I can go into several of those bars and clubs. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of fluorescent lights, you know, because it's real dark in them places. Maybe that's why, and it just doesn't affect me. You know, there's not a lot of things in there that affect me physically. So I can go in there. It's the only thing I do during the week. That's it. Friday and Saturday. That is literally it. Literally. I don't get to do anything else. I'm basically alone all the time, or I'm here with Mom. That's it. So that sets up what's about to happen to me. I go in to the bar and the club this week. Well, the week before this week, this black bouncer that works there, he's not a young guy. I'd give him about, he's probably about 30, late, mid-30s. He's got to be around my age, you know. A little bit older, a little bit younger, give or take. And probably younger than me, I'm guessing, because I'm pretty old. But he goes in, or not going in, I'm standing outside the bar over in one of the little booths downtown. It's where you can get under when it's raining or if it's real hot. And I was just sitting there finishing my drink. And he walks by, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going there, Easy Money?" You know, I don't know what that means. My cousin used to say that to me. You know, "Hey, how's it going there, Easy Money?" You know, I don't know. You know, I thought he was being friendly, so I'm like, "Oh, I'm good, man. How about you?" Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that means. It sounds like something really dumb and stupid. But you know, I thought, okay, he's being friendly. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I'll be nice to people. And I had thought he was nice. I thought, oh, this is one of the decent ones in there. You know, he's actually a halfway friendly person and doesn't act like a jerk all the time. Well, I go in there this Friday, 3 days ago. Well, I go in there, and there's a little bar, and I'm talking about bar, steel bar, a wooden bar. There's columns when you go inside at the bar. I'd have to show you on camera, you'd know what I'm talking about. But the one right in the middle, you can stand and lean back on. Well, I do it sometimes. I stand there, especially if it's crowded. You know, because it's like, you know, those places get crowded on weekends. And I'll stand there a lot of times. Of course, I can't drink nothing. You know, I can't drink beer. I can't. You know, I literally can't do it. I'd buy one every now and then. But I'm standing there. And I go to the bathroom. You know, I had to go and use the bathroom. So I go, use the bathroom, and I walk back, and there he is kind of standing near me. And I walk to just turn around and kind of lean back on the pole. He whirls a wooden chair around. They have wooden chairs in there. They're kind of big chairs, but they're not too heavy to move around. And he whirls it around and goes, "That's my spot." And he slings it in there. Almost hits me. And I'm like, okay. You know, he's never stood there before, ever. You know, never been around the area, never nothing, you know. And I went, okay. And I didn't move because he kind of pissed me off at first. And he sits down in the chair. Never done it. He's never done that one time. Sits down at the chair. Well, I lean right at the bar, right next to him. And he's like, something. And I kind of lie because he just kind of pissed me off. And I went, I'm kind of tired today. I said, yeah, I've been working all day. And he's like, same. You know, like that. Because, you know, the music's going and everything. And I thought, what a dick this guy is. Excuse my, like I said, pardon my language before I get into this. I've been trying to clean up my act and not use as much language on the channel. I don't want to get any strikes from YouTube. I know some people, you know, get strikes and everything for using certain language. So if you don't like the language, don't watch this video because I'm going to get angry and I'm going to say things, you know, because I'm so angry about what happened. But here we go. He goes, you know, same, like that, you know. And I just stand there leaned up against the pole, and he's right there. And I thought, I'm not moving, man, because he never stands here, ever. None of them do. And I'm just sitting there, and finally he kind of gets up and goes over. His girlfriend, who's an older woman, comes in there with him. You know, she comes a lot when he's working. And he goes over kind of with her, back and forth, leaves the chair there. And I never sat in the chair because I didn't want any trouble. It's a freaking bouncer. What am I going to do, right? Go at it. You know, go at it with them. They'll throw me out. But I'm sitting there. And then all of a sudden, I kind of move and I go, because I don't stand near the front because the music's very loud. Gives me a headache, you know. And that's another reason why I stay kind of in the back. And I also did it for a while because back then I was a little nervous about the COVID scare. You know, I'm not now, but I was then. And so that's why I stood in the back for a good long period of time. Well, I end up walking up to the front, and then I thought, I'm bored, because it was a real quiet night, weekend this weekend, because of the 4th of July. A lot of people are out of town doing other stuff. They weren't there, So, I got bored, and I thought, I'm leaving. They ain't really nothing to do. I'll walk down to the other bar, because it's warm weather. And I get near where he's at, and I'm walking by, and that's where you head out to, go out the door. And he leans over and goes, "Have a good night, man." Like, almost kind of friendly, like, "Have a good one, man." And I'm like, what the? And I went, "Oh, you too." I didn't say it to him, but I thought, what? Like that? You're like, what? What the hell? And I walk out. Of course, I leave for a while. I go, I leave, and I walk down to the other bar, and I kind of just hang around out there, because I can't go in there, because you can't wear sandals to go in there. Don't ask me why, It's got a dress code. They can enforce it if they want, It's their business. But I didn't go in. I go back up to the other bar and club. I stayed down there for a while, because like I said, there wasn't really nothing going on there, and I finally just, left there because I got bored. Well, I left the other bar, too, area. I said, I'll just go back up here. There wasn't nothing to do. There wasn't a lot of people downtown. And so I go back up, and I go inside. The chair is sort of still there, but he's not sitting there. Like I said, he ain't even near the area. He's all over the place. And there was a drunken couple that was in there, kind of dancing around. They were together, dancing and kind of kissing on each other. They go and sit on the chair, because they're drunk, And they go and sit on the chair. And I'm like, and he never says nothing to them. Never says one thing. Yeah, it was near the end. It was later in the night. There wasn't, obviously, the crowd had kind of thinned even more, because people were leaving. And, he never says nothing to them, never says one word to them. Another guy walks by. He doesn't sit in the chair, but he kind of stands right in front of the chair. And he's standing there. Guy never says nothing. But I didn't go near. I thought, no, I'm not going to do nothing for this night. I'm going to let it go. So, I left that night, after everything was over. Next night, I go back in there. I hadn't even walked to the area yet. I'm standing there near another table. He whirls the chair. There was no chair there. He whirls the chair again. He's working again that night. Whirls the chair around. Puts it right back up there. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is he doing? And I didn't say anything. He left it there. I never walked forward. Then finally he moves the chair. It just stands there. And he's standing there, but he doesn't stay there long. He moves again. And I get it. They are making sure, nothing's going on. There's no fights or anything. But he's walking by, and he moves again, walks around, and then he comes back, and there's a group of people that come in. Like I said, this is a long story. You got to bear with me. There's a group of people, and this, like I said, this is the next night. This was a Saturday night. Group of people come in, and they're all having a good time. It's people that work together at a Buffalo Wild Wings. So they're all there having a good time, and they're getting drunk, being stupid, all that stuff. And one of them's a black guy, and he's, about to walk right where he was. I mean, he's an inch from backing up into him, right? And I'm just laughing because I'm going, yeah, say something now. Say something now to that guy. I mean, he's right there. He's standing right at you. He could almost give you a kiss. He's so close to you. Never says nothing. And finally, the guy kind of turns around, kind of being nice, like, man, am I about to bump into you? And of course, the guy, he's a big tough guy all the time. Nah, man, it ain't bothering me, man. Whatever. Big jerk. Whatever. And I just stand there and I look right at him. Because I'm standing right next to where he's at. And I just look right at him. I'm just staring at him with this cocky little smile like, you're full of shit, man. And, all of a sudden, it's funny, I get bored in there. Because like I said, once again, it was a lot of people in there. So I got bored and I just left and walked down to the other bar and club. Well, I come back later on. And I walk in, and there's a guy standing right there at the area where I was standing, where he got mad that I was standing that day. He's standing there drinking a beer, right in the way, right? He's just leaned up at the pole and he's got a beer. He's drinking the beer, and I'm thinking, and the guy, the bouncer, the jackass, is standing right next to him. He's not talking to him, but he's standing there not telling him to move, right? And I'm pissed as shit. I'm like, like I said, excuse my language, but what the fuck? Like, what is this about? If I can't stand there, I'm sure you wouldn't want him standing there either. And then I thought, maybe I need to buy a drink. Because I thought maybe that's what they're pissed at, because I don't buy anything. Because I can't. I can't drink any beer, and I really can't drink soda. I can't do that either. Bothers my teeth. For some reason, the ice they put in. See, I'm so sensitive to stuff now. It's very hard on me. They're not going to understand that, and I'm not going to tell them about it. Well, of course, I can't drink a beer. See, I can't even sip on one. But I thought, I'm going to buy a beer. Just one. Because I had enough money, I thought, I'm going to buy me. I just want to see what happens. So I walk over there, and I get me a Bud Light. It's the real nice bartender. She's real sweet. She's married, but she's real nice. And she saw me, and she said, what do you need, hon? And I said, just one Bud Light. I didn't drink any of it, but I went, just give me one Bud Light. And she gave, I rung it up, got the Bud Light, and I walked back. And he's near where the area is, but he walked off. So I go over and I lean up against the pole. I don't stand with my back to it. I kind of lean my shoulder, like when you're leaning up against something. And I just stood there, pretending like I'm drinking a beer, And I'm standing there, and I thought, I just want to see what he does. He doesn't say nothing. And then I go, and I said, well, I'm going to lean back up against it. Hey, that guy did it. And other people did it, and you didn't say nothing to them. So I leaned back, and I leaned my back against the bar, the long bar, and nobody said much to me that night. And finally, I just left. I didn't care about being in there. And I poured the beer. There was an empty bottle somewhere. I just kind of poured it in there and walked off. But, because I didn't want it. I didn't want to drink nothing. I can't. And I'd buy like one beer and sip on it, but see, I can't even do that. And, it's just a ridiculous story of how I'm treated by people. I didn't do anything wrong. And this guy seems like a real dick. You can tell. And now I know that he is. Just another scumbag, And I know his son plays football. I know that. And he likes hanging with important people, I can tell. The alphas. And by alphas, I mean Alpha and Chad and their personality, not whether they're good looking, But yeah, good looking too, of course. Well, I may be a good looking Chad kind of thing, but my personality is definitely beta. I'm not like those people. I'm near omega in my personality because I'm autistic. I don't associate good with people. It's just me. I can't help that. But it's like, that don't give you a reason to just treat me like shit. Now, each time now that I go in there, I'm going to buy at least probably a soda or a beer. Probably a soda, at least buy something. Because maybe that's it. Because if I buy something there, they ain't shit they can do to me. I don't cause any trouble. I don't get in any fights. So I'm going to do that. But I have never had a problem in that place before. And it's like, this guy's just being he's just being a fucking dick to me. Like, what is up with this? And that's what I'm saying. I'm never mean to anybody. I'm nice to everybody. And I just get treated like shit by people. And this has been a problem I've had my whole life. I have always had to put up with just shitty people, especially men. Yeah, I've had issues with women sometimes, but it's mainly men. Men have just treated me like shit my whole life. And it's why I don't think much of men. I've never been close to men. I've never had many friendships with many men. And I don't really want to know them, to be honest. And I think he was just, can I be honest, what I think he was trying to do? Now, I don't know if his girlfriend likes, but she comes in there, and she did look at me one time, kind of held the stare. Somebody whispered to her, and she looked over and stared at me. Because she's always there when he's working. And she kind of stared at me and looked at me. Now, this was way back. God, 2 months ago, maybe, when that happened. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I'm not even really attracted to her. She's kind of old, not real good looking, kind of wrinkly. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't know if that has something to do with it, if he thinks I'm hitting on his wife or girlfriend, which I'm not. I mean, I have no interest in her whatsoever. I don't know if that's what it is. But if that is, or if he's just mad because she thinks I'm attractive, then he's a dick. It just really pissed me off. And it happened both nights, man. Really angered me. I wanted to take the object and shove it up his ass. And there was another guy in there that's real nice to me, kind of an older gentleman. He's in the band. He walked by, and he was talking to him, being friendly, and I told him what that guy did to me, and he went, now calm down a little bit, don't get too upset. He was trying to diffuse it, because he saw I was mad, and he was being funny, actually. He's like, now we don't need no more fights in here, and he laughed and patted me. But I think he got that the guy was being a dick. He was just like, look, man, it's the bouncer, what are you going to do? They can't hurt you or anything, but they can throw you out. Because I looked up the laws, what a bouncer can do, what he can't. He can't beat you up, he can't, unless you're hitting him. He can't, grab you by the throat and throw you out the door if you're not doing nothing. If he got mad at me, he could just be like, get out. He could do that because they can throw people out. And I thought, I don't want to get thrown out there. It's all I get to do. I mean, if I don't get to do that, I'm just going to literally sit at this house all the time. I can't do that all the time. I'll go nuts. And I don't know, it just, this pissed me off so bad that I just wanted to, I literally wanted to take that chair and beat him with it. I was so mad. Because I get so sick of being disrespected. I don't disrespect other people. I don't start fights with other people. I don't manipulate other people. I don't do anything. And I just get sick of that, man. And I think part of it is I can get picked on because I'm not a big guy. Of course, obviously I'm out of shape now because I can't exercise because of the benzos. And height-wise, I'm only about 5'7". So I'm not a big guy. I don't strike fear into anybody when I walk in a room, obviously. They know that they can at least hold their own with me or beat me. And I can't fight. I cannot get into any fights. I can't. I'd be destroyed right now with my body the way it is. I don't know if I'd survive. Which, I don't know, sometimes I think that'd be a good thing if I was out of this world. But I just kind of have to take their shit a lot of times. And that was kind of the same thing that night. I thought, man, Shane, you can't do anything. Unless you don't want to come back. You can just look at him, cuss him out, and then throw him out and say, yeah, go fuck yourself. I'll never come back. Kiss my ass, you worthless fucking bastard. You bully. You, I don't know what your deal is. All I know is you're a piece of shit. I actually thought he was a good guy. Now I know he's just another piece of shit. One more asshole. One more alpha pretending jackass. As Coach Red Pill called it in his video. One more fake alpha. Such a joke. But, yeah, it's about all I got to say. I don't really have anything else to say. I'd just like to have your comments on this and tell me what you think about what happened to me and if you think it's ridiculous. That's about all I got to say, guys. Like I said, any comments on what you think? Good, bad? Do you think that's why he did it? Do you think he was in the right? I don't think he was in the right. Because all he had to say was, if he told me, hey, man, this is where we stand, to watch and make sure that nothing's, no fights are going on, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. That wouldn't upset me. That wouldn't make me mad at all. I'd be like, oh, okay, I won't stand there. That's fine. Nope, that ain't what he said. He just whirled it around like a big jackass. No one has ever said that to me before. Ever told me not to say it. Never. And I've been going there for years and years and years and years and years and years. And like I said, I don't start trouble in there. I never get into a fight. I don't mess with anybody in there. I've been nothing but nice to people. But, I'm a little awkward, obviously, because of my autism. But that's it. And I do think he was in the wrong. Well, guys, that's about all I got to say. Like I said, any comments or thoughts on this, I'd appreciate. Have a good one, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.